G'day folks, Steve from Vintage Restorations Australia here. In today's video we start on a new little project, this 1958 Series 1 109 Ute. A couple of years ago a mate of mine up the mountain sold me this little Series 1 109. It's a lovely little car, it runs and it drives. Needs a bit of work on the brakes and a few bits and pieces to get it back on the road. One of the big things when I bought it, it had a tray on it. I'm not a big fan of trays. I don't find them as useful as a tub. And unfortunately, a couple of years later, Eric found me this tub because he knew I wanted to convert it back to having a tub on it. It's a very nice patina match to the car. My aim was always with this car was to keep the sort of as found patina, maybe clean it up a little bit and clear coat it, try and preserve it as it is. You know, prevent corrosion and things, but basically keep it looking as it is. Some obvious things, the old pork pie lights are gone. There's a few puncture holes here and there, and there's a few dings and dingles. I don't want it to look new, but I do want to sort of clean it up as best I can. There's some corroded fasteners here where my shadow is pointing, and there's the odd missing tie down like that. A few bingles like this, which I'd like to clean up a bit. The odd tonk and ding. Just needs a general tidy up and a good clean. If you have a look inside, the structural integrity of this floor is a bit questionable. You can see it's got a bit of compost in the back. Not quite a potato field, but heading that way. There's a few little hatches missing, or a hatch missing from there, or lid, whatever you call it. So we'll try and find something that'll go in there and reinstate that. There's my old red dog keeping a watchful eye on everything. But generally it's a pretty straight kind of tub. I'm very happy with the look at it when you compare it to the car over there, and it's going to look great put back on there. So I've taken the bottom out of the tub there, and what we're slowly doing is giving it a bit of a clean with just truck washing things and removing these strips, and we're going to treat those separately. We'll give those a bit of mechanical cleaning and then treat them with tannic acid. We've removed all the structural bracing from under the tray floor, which has come out of there. We'll clean that all up, give it a good clean, stabilise any corrosion, and then refit it or re-rivet it back into position to make that floor rigid again before we put it back in. See here along the edges, those ribs underneath have been riveted back in. Oh. So you just keep it on the angle there like that.
Yeah, so we've got to fight each other, you know, pressure-wise, so let go a bit, Right, you ready?
Yeah.
It'll be a 3-second burst.
Oh, that's nice. Feel that when you go in.
Yeah, that's a nice shape that is. So give this one another little burp. 1, 2, 3.
That's better.
Yeah.
That's perfect, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go.
Oh, beautiful.
Yep, that's the way to do it.
Give this one another little.
It's better with 2 people.
Yeah, I think so.
Because.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Here's my last little glue up for the day. I've just put a little bit of folded aluminium in there, shaped to go behind a torn section. I've done the same over here. It's come up okay. A little bit more filling and stuff to do, but they're starting to square up pretty good. So these rub strips that are in here, they were fitted with a steel screw, and there's a bit of galvanic corrosion and stuff occurred. These are obviously steel, but I've decided to use just a aluminium rivet to refix those. It's a 3/16 hole, so they go back in. In some of them where the screw went through, pardon me, you've got to just open the hole up a little bit, just clean it, and then bang a rivet in. And I think that's a better fixer than putting another screw back in it, which is just going to corrode. Got aluminium on aluminium. These strips are being coated with Polgal, so they should be relatively corrosion proof. And they look galvanised ish. Sometimes you'll find where you're trying to rivet the hole, the old hole where a bolt or whatever went through, is a bit bigger than the rivet. So what we do is we fit these just underneath it. So you poke that through, and underneath you fit a washer, and that washer, when the rivet expands, will lock in and provide a broader area for the rivet to pull against. You basically put the rivet through, washer underneath, hold it up in position, squeeze the rivet, and boom, it'll hold itself nice and tight. So there on the underside you can see the rivet with the washer. It's stopped it pulling through the hole. So there we go, those strips are back in. We've got a little one missing from here. I'll pull one off one of the wrecks down the bottom and clean that up and fit it in. We've got to fix this little hole up here, reinstate these little hatches. So a bit to push on with still, but we're getting there. Starting to square up quite nicely. So I guess that's it for today, folks. As you can see, the weather's gone to shit. They say that every drought ends with a flood. I think this may be the flood coming at us now. So we're going to suspend play until all of this passes. It's beautiful rain. It's put out the fires that have been around us for about 5 weeks. So we're pretty pleased about this. Unfortunately, it means it's a bit hard to work here in an open workshop. As you can see, the little landy's pretty exposed out there to the rain and the weather and stuff. Anyway, in a couple of days the sun will come out again, hopefully, and we'll be able to kick on with the restoration of this little Series 1. So hope to see you then. If you haven't subscribed, please do. We'd love to see you back. Till then, see you, folks.